where I crashed the night before. He drove me up to the show. We were driving up Santa Monica Boulevard, and we had the radio on, and it kicked on. And I remember thinking, like, for a second, I was like, that sounds familiar. Like, why is that so familiar? Dude, that's our song.
And like Lauren was like, you should probably shave. And then like I'm walking down the hallway and some guy was like he's just like in passing, he's like, we love our clean shaven boys here. I was like, that's probably not even like the best welcome. This is at
I have a big mouth, and I went on Twitter and I just like tweet vomited a bunch of lyrics the other day. I was like, good morning, I'm bored. Okay, here's a song. And so I spilled a bunch of tea in that. Okay, and then there's another song called
That's right. So, you know, me and Guy-Man, we've been to clubs together, we party together. So there's been a little bit of a relationship there. It wasn't just a random email like, hey, you want to work with us? So we were already comfortable to work with each other.
Ipswich Hospital. So yeah, I've had to postpone a couple of shows, which sucks. It's actually the first time I've ever cancelled shows. And I did try to say I'll just carry on doing the shows, but they said if I put any more stress on it, I might not be able to play again.
I'd say since I left home, I've never really had the place that feels like, oh, that's my home. I'd say my house in London is the most homely that I feel anywhere.
I was really tired emotionally, physically, and I was sick, and I didn't realize I was sick. So I had like Epstein-Barr, which is like, it's called mono. And then I have Lyme disease. So it was that. It was just everything compounded.
Really what breaks our heart every single day. And more than just having this song be about a relationship or like failed partnership, but what really breaks our heart every day. And I think it's that we have endless, devastating news, whether it's losing lives of kids in a school.
So supportive. It's great to see us supporting each other. And it's always an honor to be on the cover of Vogue. But this is like, unlike any cover I've done with Vogue, I'm wearing my own stuff, so it's something I'll never forget.
But that's like every year my family and me, we would all sit in the living room, watch the Grammys. Like we never missed it. So the fact that I'm the same like little girl watching that in my living room and then I'm still in that same living room like being nominated for 6, like what is that?
So I toyed around with calling the album Daylight for a while, but I thought that might be a little too, like, on the nose, or, I don't know, because my last album I saw as, like, this nighttime album, like...
Scared of what people would think and say. I was just freaking out, but I just couldn't. And it's like, well, why not? Why not present it in a beautiful, clean way? And then Saturday Night Live, it's just, why not?
There's a solution for us. If we had a power base together, it would be a much different conversation than me having a conversation by myself and trying to change America by myself. If I come with
My mom did a lot of theater growing up, and my father was a DJ at one point, so I was always surrounded by a lot of creativity, and that's rare coming from where I grew up. So
it's called Two Wolves, and it is my heart project. I've had two dreams in my life. One I'm gonna do in a minute, and and the other is making wine. And the thing about it,
I feel like the way the climate is right now, if you give people enough time to, I got an album coming out in 2 months. You give people time to say, man, he better have a song like
In a sense, I mean, I'm an artist, so I like to do everything, architecture, whatever. You know, I design my own merch, so, you know, and I like to have like collab with Subi, you know, so yeah.
One thing that I really realized with this album was I started paying attention to not only like what I wanted to make with music, but like what I was listening to. And I found that, you know, like in the gym in the morning, I would listen to Kanye West. And
you know, here's the thing about going into 2020. I will say in the early 2000s, and not to like sound old, but it was simple. You had one remote, you turned on the television, you flipped up, you flipped down. The volume up.
I wanted to make sure we found the best talent from Africa and not just, you know, use some of the sounds and did my interpretation of it. I wanted it to be authentic to what is beautiful.